profane friends, I've been tagged again in I done this months ago. Well, I did it actually. I did one. I think I did one about 4 or 5 years ago. I think I did the funeral homes of Freemasons. Do you know what I mean? Because they're dodgy. I know. Anyway, that's another story. But I'll show you in a minute the tags. What I got, the 2 tags. And again, if you search my wall and put Stuart McIntosh, where are the bodies? Yeah, let me get rid of that. Put where are the bodies, and then just search it like that, and then you'll come up with a, like, where's my bloody glasses? You'll see that clap 3 times, clap and point. Oh yeah, this is 3 points and clap. Yeah, search that up. It's quite a good post. But anyway, it's not onto that. You'll find this woman here. Yeah, that is saying where is her son? Yeah. He's not getting buried in that hole. Do you know what I mean? And this is again funeral directors. Yeah. So again, this goes on where we are. Who are the bodies, and who do we actually trust? Yeah. And then as you look below that, yeah, you'll see how they got us sitting at funerals. Do you know what I mean? Different things. Just on that post alone, you know what I mean? And these are the sort of videos that can get you killed, you know what I mean, by Freakmason elites, because they don't want you knowing about that. When they want a headless corpse, yeah, or a body part like an eye for their spells, remember these people that, they don't carry wands for nothing. But this is, it's about us. So search my wall and just put in where are the bodies, and you'll find, it'll come up with all the different things.
Hello, my profane friends.
This is, different graveyards. It's also on YouTube. I'll show you that in a minute. But this woman.
This is the only piece of the cemetery, right, where people have been buried.
I can't speak.
Buried.
This is
right.
This is
You've never contacted me. You've never.
Frickin'. If I put it there, yeah. So if you search down my wall, where are the bodies? Yeah, you'll find out. Where I talk about the funeral homes. I go around,
everything else.
Do you know what I mean? Looking for and explaining to the profane, which is you, where are the bodies? And then we've got the funeral homes. Yeah, just put in funeral alert, and this is how they got us sitting. Because remember, funeral directors were on the agenda because they're all Freakmasons. They sat in that lodge, and as the Grand Master said, we need to do this and do that. Yeah, they enforced this rubbish here on you as you look. Here he come. Look, you know what I mean? And he's a Mason. Do you know what I mean? He's just enforcing the agenda from his funeral home because he's wearing this and he's got authority. That's his authority. You trust him. Do you know what I mean? Because he works in a funeral home. No, he's more than likely laundering drug money and taking drugs about in his bloody coffin. Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't even go on about the ones at Jimmy Savile's funeral. Do you know what I mean? That wore white collars. Yeah. That stood in there. Look, there they are. Look, see him in the background. Look, there's Jimmy Savile's coffin. And there's your Freakmasons in the background, do you know what I mean? Which they deny, these are not Freakmasons, none of these, do you know what I mean? Look, see the white collars, look? Yeah, baby. They were Freakmasons at the funeral. Anyway, remember, this is not an isolated case, and all morgue and funeral homes are owned by Freemasons. Where do you think they get the body parts for the hazing rituals? See, look, body parts trafficked from Harvard, part 2, look.
Katrina McLean was one of the buyers, prosecutors say, accused of purchasing 2 dissected faces for $600. Do you have anything to say to the family? He's the
2 dissected families, do you know what I mean? From two dissected faces, do you know what I mean? So we're not just talking about, like an eye for their spells or whatever, or a hand, or a headless corpse because they want to, scare some initiates and things like that. They have to stab a skull, do you know what I mean? But this is another one, look, Legacy Funeral Homes. This is what I got tagged in. Seems dodgy, yeah? They closed it down, yeah? And I got tagged in that. But here's their wands, look. See? They're sticks and they're wands, yeah? Because they, like all warlocks, witches and wizards, yeah? They want body parts for their spell casting, do you know what I mean, yeah? And that's what it's all about, you know what I mean? I did more on Masonic wands and their kings and their queens, that's why there's gypsy kings and gypsy queens, but that's from, that's coming from, like Facebook, yeah. The posts I got clipped in, which is this one here, which is the original one. And if you look at it, legacy, right? Yeah, remove bodies from directors in three funeral homes they owned. Yeah. And the thing is, if you look at the insignia, which I'm going to show you in a minute, or the emblem, you'll see it's all Masonic. Yeah. The second post I got chapped in, which is, oh baby, which one was it? I'll get chapped in so many. I think it was this one, man. No. Yeah, she's looking for where the body parts is. Oh, she got to it anyway. Yeah, there's legacy. See now, see now, Claire's seeing I'm talking. But if you look at their emblem, yeah, which is square and compass, plainly at the bottom you can see. Yeah, I could go a lot more into it, but she's marked up most of it anyway for you. See, so it's all square and compass. Yeah, and again, if you look at it, it's all, you know, Masonic. And where is it? Yeah, that's that post. That's the second one. Yeah, the other one was the first. This is the second. So now we go on to my YouTube. Yeah, if you search that and go to my videos, if you're not sure what my YouTube look like, I should have a shush man there. Look, where he shushes. Click on that. Do you know what I mean? Then go my videos and go down to, where is it? Oh baby. Again, part of that again. With the funeral homes and all the rest of it, yeah, there's Masonic, who can you trust? Yeah, where is it? Masonic, who do you trust? Somewhere here, but we go down anyway. Yeah, Masonic, who do you trust? Look, part 1, part 2. Yeah, okay. Watch them, because that's part of the funeral home. Yeah, you know, the Masonic police and that. I go on about who can we trust within authority that has a uniform. And on that uniform that stands behind it is Freakmasonry. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go down a bit. And here it is. Look, then you come to which is basically my posts on Facebook. Yeah, some of it. And these were the videos, the Masonic Undertakers. Where are the bodies? Yeah, and the bodies, you know, the amount of bodies that are getting buried within graveyards or cremated don't add up. Do you know what I mean? But there's 1, 2, 9... 12 parts to that, maybe 13 parts. Do you know what I mean? And then after that I did a few other little posts to that. But then, oh yeah, part 13. Yeah, there it is. Look, where the Masonic Undertakers, where the body's part 13. And then I got into daggers. But then you want to watch Masonic Banks and Shush Ups. Yeah, right. And then Masonic Police and Shush Ups, right, which is there. Then it's Masonic Who We Can Trust. Yeah, so basically them lot there. Yeah, that group of videos there, do you know what I mean, tells you how can you trust someone in uniform when that uniform you look at and respect has a Masonic apron behind it that is controlling you, and you don't even realise it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and they'll dominate you and persecute you through that system, and you think, oh, that policeman's a fucking ass, or that, you know, social service, but it ain't. It's the actual Masonic system that keeps the chaos going. There's no justice, no nothing being done. The only people it serves, yeah, all them uniforms, police, whatever, serves the Masonic agenda, yeah, and those elites that are above, and that's all it serves. No one else. It doesn't help you. It don't help anyone. Do you know what I mean? Because all avenues of help are closed and sealed and controlled by Freakmasons. So your complaints go nowhere or do nothing. Do you know what I mean? And then again, if you ain't sure about that, or what that is all about, then you should go watch my. Where is it? Oh, baby. Then you should go watch my Masonic Police Symbolism. Yeah. And who controls that. And it shows you that it's not just the police having the same symbolism on their police stations. It's the symbolism they have within our churches. Do you know what I mean? Because they control it all. And this is the thing. So, you know, but they just don't stand there with their aprons on. You know what I mean? They do it craftily and behind our backs and think we're too dumb to see it. Yeah. But now it's all coming out in plain right. Do you know what I mean? So when you see that, now I'm going to show you a few of the old, my profane friends. Do you know what I mean? Where is it? Screenshots, right? This is one I got. Ewan Murison, I think his name is. I got tagged in that. And then look, the 5 underlying issues in Australia. So it's not just in our country. You imagine all the people, guaranteed money. They know it, the Freakmasons. That's why they control all funeral homes, because they know everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to pay them out, and everyone's going to give them money. Do you know what I mean? And they can put the prices on anything they want. Do you know what I mean? And you pay. If not, you're going into a pauper's grave. It don't matter anyway, because you're a bloody profane peasant. So if you go into a pauper's grave, that's on you. But if they can con you out of your money, your 3 to 5 grand, just to bury a relative you love, yeah. Do you see what I mean? That's what, and they're doing that constantly. Everyone you look at now, that you stand or you go out for a day, everyone is 5 grand, and that goes into the funeral parlour, and then it goes into the Masonic dues that go into the Masonic lodge. Do you know what I mean? That's just some of the money they get. But you can read all of this, search it up. It's on all sorts of websites. Look, Spanish authorities uncover funeral home involvement in selling corpses to universities. Who owns the universities? The Freakmasons. Do you see what I mean? It all goes to Freakmasons. It don't matter where it is or who you are, that's where it goes. Look, Barry Stevens, funeral director, jailed over 33 months, 33, for fraud worth thousands of dollars. Do you see what I mean? Again, research it up. That's in Fife Funerals, which is in Scotland. Do you see what I mean? It's crazy, man. You know, they tell you. Do you know what I mean? 33 bloody months. Indeed. And I ain't saying that with E-double-E. I'm saying that with 33. Indeed. Again, look, funeral industry is preying on grieving people, which are the profane. This must stop. You know, people, you know, you're being told, but you go along just to get along. Do you know what I mean? Oh, how much is it? 5 grand? What, to bury the person I love? Because if you ain't got the 5 grand, they don't get a gravestone or anything else, because you can't afford it, but they're getting hundreds of thousands of pounds off you. Do you know what I mean? Crazy, you know? And that's before you even get into the vicar fees. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, funeral home owners get 20 years in body brokering scheme. Do you see what I mean? But we're not just talking about bodies here. We're talking about drug dealing. Do you know what I mean? You know, who's going to stop a hearse with a coffin in it? Do you see what I'm saying? You know? Think about it. You know what I mean? That's another story. Anyway, Indiana funeral director pleads guilty to theft after 31 decomposing bodies were found at his funeral home. Do you see what I mean? This is not an isolated case. Do you know what I mean? Gave families fake ashes as hundreds of bodies lay decaying for 4 years. Do you see what I mean? So you think when that go, you know, the body go for the cremation that go through the double doors, you know, who's behind them double doors? 2 Freakmasons. Do you know what I mean? And you're supposed to trust them to take that body and put in the furnace before they take the head. Do you know what I mean? Or a body part, what they need. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to put your trust in them. Bit like Savile, you know, the trust you put in Savile. You know, they groom you to trust these people, but they ain't. They're corrupt career criminals. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what runs your towns and runs your cities. Look, after 189 bodies were found in Colorado funeral home, evidence suggests families received fake ashes. Oh yeah, some of these might be a copy, you know, sorry. US funeral home owner who sold body parts pleads guilty to fraud. Do you see what I mean? Research it. It's all there. Again, this is case number 1, look, the trafficking in body parts. I'll leave that there. Let me just get rid of that bottom piece. Right, in organs, right? I'll leave that. Now you can pause that there. That's case number 3, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's case number 3. Wait there. Oops. That doesn't matter. Case number 3. This is case number 2. Yeah, so I'll go there first. This is case number 2. I'll go there. That's case number 2, and then that's case number 3. I've already shown you. You can pause that. Or go there again. Look, there's case number 3, and then go to case number 1, which is here. International trafficking of human organs. Do you know what I mean? And look at the money they get. When bones and tissue were sold, they had a value of approximately $13,000. Do you see what I mean? And you've got to trust the people. You know, remember those grave snatchers and grave body, you know, let's put it this way, if you want children, you'll work with children in social services, you'll work with children in schools, nurseries, all of that sort of stuff, yeah? Now, if you want body parts because you can make a good earning from it, where you going to work? You know what I mean? You ain't going to work in McDonald's. No, you're going to go to a funeral director or a funeral home. You're going to want to control that because there's big money in it. Do you see what I mean? And if you want to control that, you only have to, after a couple of, 100 years, wipe out all the competition, and that's it. And that's all the Freakmasons have done in everything. Anything, you know, whether it's police, you know, they invented the police anyway. Why I keep going on about them and the government and all the rest of it. But they invented all of that to protect themselves. Do you know what I mean? And you, my profane friends, can't get in anywhere up into them echelons unless you're rowing the boat or going along with them. Do you know what I mean? But there's case number one. Nearly 200 decomposing body removed from funeral home. I think that might be a double. I don't know. If it is, I'm sorry. But you can search these up, you know. 190 dead people. These are the people that, again, it's a man and a woman, yeah, which is the same case as the one in the UK. It was a man and a woman. Do you know what I mean? There's the legacy. Look, they're on. This is the one I got referred to, yeah, right. Look, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what I mean? And they're fiddling with, you know, even if they're selling them for sex. Do you know what I mean? You know, not getting funny or anything, but we know Jimmy Savile loved it. You know what I mean? Again, you know, let's say they get, because you can get a disease, yeah, a lot of venereal disease from a corpse, yeah, which is a completely different thing from like an STD, gonorrhea, and all of that malarkey. Do you know what I mean? So when they go to a doctor and they catch something like that, they go to a Masonic doctor. Do you know what I mean? If you know about the posts I've done on Masonic doctors, again, they know about it and they'll clear it up for them because they're a brother. You know what I mean? Nothing's said, because everything goes in Freakmasonry. Do you know what I mean? But there you go. Look, the funeral homes again. Look, and that's the 3 legacy. I'm going to show you that's in Hull. That's the one I got referred to in the first place. You know what I mean? And the MP is extremely shocked. Yeah, I'll bet you are. You know what I mean? Of course, they're all extra. You know, they always shocked this, shocked that. And as you can see, you know, the legacy, you can clearly and plainly see the square and Compiss in there. Do you know what I mean? Unreal, innit, my profane friends? Unreal. Now, I'm not being funny, right? And I ain't too, you know, I didn't know whether I should say this or not. But if you look at the legacy, right? Now, I can't turn this picture upside down. I don't think. Let me just see if I can, right? And then you'll get what I'm talking about. Can I flip this? Let me see if I can flip it. Details, set as wallpaper, move, print. Nah. Right. Now, this legacy, right? Now, turn it up the other way, right? So it's upside down, okay? And then if you look at the bottom picture, does that look like what it's supposed to look like, right? A woman laying down with a man on top of her. Am I right, or am I right, my profane friends? Now, I'm not getting into none of that Savile stuff, but is that a man on top of a woman? Do you see what I'm saying? And this is hidden, you know, is it hidden in plain right, or the idea of that? You know, apart from the Masonic symbolism, which you can see is the square and Compiss, anyway, right? Can you notice the woman laying down? Obviously, she's like got no legs, right? Because they more than likely amputated them and took them to the lodge for a ritual where they have what they do with the legs, right? When they take the legs from people and amputate them, they actually put a beam in the lodge, yeah, and then the 2 candidates have a leg each, right, yeah, and that's called legless. The game is, that's called legless. And then with the 2 corpse legs, they bash each other off the pole. You know what I mean? You might have seen it in like games, you know, like in the medieval times, and like on It's a Knockout, you know, what had all nonsense running it again, didn't it? Literally, but you know what I mean? Even the contestants were nonsense in the fucking It's a Knockout. But but again, you know, they get the 2 corpses, the 2 candidates, you know, everyone's watching it in the lodge, obviously, like 100 men, and they're standing there with 2 corpse legs bashing each other off the beam. Do you see what I mean? You know, and they fall into either like onto soft cushions, you know, or they use like inflatables. Do you know what I mean? But it's all set up in the lodge. Do you know what I mean? Every time they just put the beams in and they're like boom, 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 you know, knocking each other senseless with 2 amputated legs. But like I said, if you put this upside down, you'll see that there's a woman laying down there. She's got a vagina, you know what I mean? And the man is, you know, laying on top of her. Is that the symbolism of it? I don't know. You tell me, my profane friends. But look, if I bring it down, I'll give you a closer look. Now you put that, right, upside down like I'm doing, right? Okay. And you tell me what that looks like, my profane friends. Oh, baby. Now I don't know. I'm going to take a screenshot of that actually, and I'll put that up as the first picture. But do you see what I'm saying? I see these things, and then people moan at me because I see this stuff. Do you know what I mean? But that's what it is. What else is it? Do you see what I mean? But there you go, legacy funeral home. And again, like I said, if you go through my posts, and you see the corruption, especially like, the corruption within the funeral homes on Facebook, wherever the bloody hell that is, I don't know. Right, oh, wait there, bloody hell, baby. I think it's, where are the bodies? I think that's where it is in the bodies, yeah? Just go to post, where are the bodies?
Communicate with me to tell me even what.
Yeah, I've actually done the posts here. The posts I said for Who Do You Trust, right? Again, are the videos on YouTube. Who do we trust? Yeah, part 1 and part 2 is here, yeah? And then you got Trust Your Masonic Doctors, Indeed No. Do you know what I mean? And then you got James Todd, yeah? When he goes on about all the different things, yeah? Do you know what I mean? And you'll see the pug.
Hello.
And I'm going, in there, I go on about the, the pug ritual and the thing they do, yeah? But who do you trust? You know what I mean? And that's about the police and all the rest.
He likes
So again,
whatsoever funeral he wants.
Part
Now.
do you know what I mean? And you've got to get into it to know it. Because if you don't, you're buggered. Do you know what I mean? And there aren't enough cows in the world to actually feed the population. So are they feeding us them bodies? Again, all of that. You know what I mean? So again,
In this, you'll see it in my video.
and again, are the bodies being used for cornerstone rituals as well? Because they put in cornerstones. And remember, Freemasons are so ritualistic. Do you know what I mean? It just begs to whether they are putting that in there. Do you know what I mean? Whether they are putting, more,
Video anyway. Everything in here, yeah, is all old grave.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, nothing new. The only new ones in the. Oh yeah, baby.
Masonic Undertakers.
So it doesn't matter, even if you don't want to watch the live, it doesn't bother.
I go more
I'm going to upload the video anyway.
But that's
okay,
the post on here,
Fine.
Here, so get into it. You know what I mean?
And what? Spiderweb, Britain's second empire, right?
Another one you should all watch, yeah. Masonic Crime Lords, yeah. Part 1 is here. Look, Masonic Crime Lords, yeah. Watch it. I tell you who the crime lords are. And, basically in your towns and within your city.
Now the second empire.
Not that mad. It's absolutely mad.
Along my
there you go, that's the end of that video. But like I warned, I did a post, like I said, about 5 years ago about funeral homes and that. Well, I've known about it longer than that. You know what I mean? But I think I actually did a post on it. But like I said, it got a bit too heavy. And they shut me down on a couple of Facebooks. Do you know what I mean? Because when you post the truth will be shushed up. Shh. By the Masonic order of perverts that follow people and gang stalk. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, my profane friends, I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? Lady Freemasons, don't forget, the women are just as prevalent as the men in the Masonic order. Okay? Remember that. See? But to understand it, you must read it.
Oh, this book is this is
Anyway,
Pocket Encyclopedia of Masonic.
Again, read it. You know what I mean? I don't do this for that. This is the thing. You see, cornerstone. They're putting the body parts, which is your family members, in cornerstones. I'm not controlling any funeral homes. Check your own funeral homes in your own town cities. See if it's not Masonic. Of course it fucking is. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot more to it than that, and I ain't going to get into it now. But there you go, my profane friends. I don't, it's not me.
This.
Turn wisdom. Them themselves. You know what I mean? This is what.
So I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily.
And G is the silent letter for bum stretchers within the ones within the lodge. You know what I mean? Bum stretchers with the ones in the lodge. We know you now, and it should be G for gypsy in there.
Too high.
You know what I mean? But when you know, you know.
Having a cup of coffee, but look at this. Oh, he's gone now. What?
Anyway, my profane friends.
Oh, my profane friends. It's a wonderful day. I'm now off to Boston. I'm now going to do a bit of filming and see how we go.
Right, I'm now going. He has get you fighting amongst your
Drug lords.
Yeah,
This is like
drug lords as well. Drug lords. You know what I mean? Proud to be dealers, yeah? Because they kill kids within the fucking community. Look, drugs in school. 1-year-old son died from drug overdose. An 11-year-old boy who lies in home tested positive for cocaine. 23-month-year-old baby, drug death. The scheme, how drugs will affect you. Heroin dealing granny draped a flag over a coffin of dead customer, carried on selling drugs afterwards. 13-year-old drug death on heroin. Do you see what I mean? Why ain't people jumping out on these drug dealers? I wonder why. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, you got people that's, you know, post all day long, oh, this group, that group. There's not one group jumping out on drug dealers. Why? Do you see what I mean? 11-year-old cocaine overdose. 4-year-old boy dies in drug overdose. Are these children? I wonder. Are these kids? 10-year-old boy dies from fentanyl and overdose. 14-year-old get dead as a 13-year-old girl remains in hospital. 14-year-old girl dies after overdosing on fentanyl-laced pills. Wonderful. These are all your children that could possibly be in the future. What do you do about it? Shh. Indeed. Shh. All communities. You know, shh. Don't talk about the drug dealers that are killing the kids. You know what I mean? Anyway, my profane friends, I better go get angry about it. You know what I mean? But there you go, look. Even Amy Winehouse. Drugs against Peaches Geldofs. Drugs with school children. Teenage mum. He loved her before accident heroin overdose. You know what I mean? These are kids, you know, it's not just the kids. You've got to think about the mums. The children are being left as orphans and things like that. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, my profane friends, I'll leave it at that. Because you know me, I don't like to brag too much about Freakmasons. You know what I mean? You've got to keep shh about them. Okay, there you go. Have a good day, my profane friends. And remember, I am the go-to MD B, which is the Grand Architect. Oh, I'm so excited. Grand Architect of the Masonic demise baby, or the ultimate demise baby. I am the go-to. You know what I mean, Sugar Puffs? Have a great day, baby.